Greetings, Derek the Fairweather Camper here. I'm out this afternoon at beautiful Camp Hinterhof, and I'm going to show you something interesting that I picked up. One of the things I like to do when I'm out grocery shopping, much to the chagrin of Mrs. Fairweather Camper, I assure you, is look for interesting things that I can turn into camp meals or backpacking meals. And the other day I found this at Costco. It's a 4-pack of roast beef in beef broth. And I thought this was interesting because almost all the other canned beef I've ever found has been in gravy. So I wanted to get these and try them out. And here is what I came up with. So here's what I came up with. This is inspired by a Greek dish called Giouvetsi. It is the canned beef with orzo pasta, which looks like rice, but it's actually pasta, in a tomato and red wine sauce. And it turned out absolutely delicious. So let me show you how to make this. Alright, to make this I'm going to use 2 cans of the roast beef, a can of crushed tomatoes, and a can of beef broth. I'm also going to use orzo pasta, which looks like rice, but it's actually pasta noodles, and about half a cup of red wine. I picked up a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is a nice dry wine, good for cooking. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the extent of my wine knowledge. I'm a craft beer guy. You'll also need some dried oregano, thyme, salt and pepper, olive oil, and Parmesan cheese to put on top. I'm also going to be using a fresh onion, carrot, and 2 cloves of garlic. Now, one of the things you may notice, one of the very things I was going for, is that nothing here requires a refrigerator. If you're looking for a meal for long-term storage, or if you're out on a very long camping trip, this would be great to pack along. Something different other than the dehydrated backpacking meals or canned soups. In fact, if you wanted to dehydrate the onion, the carrot, and the garlic, you could store this for a very long time. You could probably even get away with garlic powder and onion powder, but fresh is always better. And I'll post the full recipe in the description down below, or you can go to the website at www.fairweathercamper.com and download a nifty PDF file that you can print out. And this video is going to be for my friend Aaron, who keeps asking me, did you open those cans yet? Have you figured out what to do with those cans of beef yet? Here you go, Aaron. Going to start by dicing the vegetables. I did wash this carrot before I packed it up. Alright, go ahead and light your stove. Medium heat. And put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. Give that a second to warm up. And then put your onions and your carrots right in there. And you'll want to cook those to soften them up. And while those are cooking, I'm going to take a look at this beef. This is the first time I've ever opened one of these cans. And it looks about like I expected it to. Got some pieces of beef that are nice and tender. This is just fat. It'll melt down into the Giouvetsi. It should come out pretty good. I'm strangely excited for this. Once those have softened up and you've started to get a little bit of browning on the onion, put your garlic in there. Give that a little stir. You just want to cook that for a couple of minutes till the garlic gets aromatic. Should start smelling really good right about now. Going to come in with the wine. I'm not going to use this whole little bottle. I'm just going to use about half a cup. Feel free to finish the rest of that off in any manner you see fit. Let that come to a simmer. Then add in the crushed tomatoes. Going with 1 teaspoon of thyme. 1 teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of salt. And about 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Mix that up. Then I'm going to put in the 2 cans of beef with all the broth. And I'm also going to pour in this whole can of beef broth. Stir that all together and bring it to a simmer. And once that starts to simmer, put in 2 cups of the orzo pasta. Give that a stir. Let it cook about 9 minutes until the pasta has absorbed all the moisture and gets cooked through. There's no need to cover it. You want it to boil until it thickens up a little bit. Just give it a stir every once in a while. keep things from sticking to the bottom. Alright, it's been 9 minutes. I didn't leave my timer here because it does weird things in the sunshine. But this is cooked through. The sauce is nice and thick. The pasta's cooked. I'm going to turn this off. Put some of that on a plate. And I'm going to sprinkle it with some Parmesan cheese. And there you have it. Inspired by Greek Giouvetsi. This is canned beef with orzo pasta in a red wine and tomato sauce. Enjoy!